Fat
victimized.
Joe?
Oh
What they
man.
talking about, man? He getting sued out. I don't really jump. I don't like to jump sides and shit, but this was just preposterous, bro.
Yeah,
And
this is like I don't know what to say about it only because a lot of these allegations that are made is 20, 30, 40 years ago, so it's like damn, like what the heck?
then it's like not victim blame, but it's like so you was cool with it back then, huh? You know, buddy, with the oh, so you was good with it, huh, hype man? You was good, hype man,
Yeah.
huh? Now I feel like you just owe some money, so now you just gonna do anything. You gonna sue for anything, try to get. Hey, I feel like you owe me. I was hyping the shit out of your shit. You ain't give
Yeah.
me enough. I'm still hungry out here, Fat Joe. So hey, you don't want to pay me? Cool. Watch this.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping it is. Just somebody that's disgruntled, didn't get their maybe just due on the money side financially, which could be true on that standpoint. But to be like, okay, you didn't pay me? Well, look at what happened. So why not, instead of 20, 30 years later, go to the authorities? You know, if
I'll
this is,
be, I'll be honest. This is a good time though, and not saying I gotta be careful with my words. So I never want to victim blame. I never want to not believe victims. But in
yeah,
general, this is a good time to sue someone. Basically, it's a good time to be a victim,
yeah,
and that's why some of these cases are so forced because it's like, well, shit, I could try to get a bag, and for a while, the game was I'm a settle. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's where it come back to like, dude, I forgot their names, but them two boys. Not trying to compare it, but the two people in the Michael Jackson case who said they
yeah.
didn't, but Michael Jackson settled. Why did he settle if he didn't do it? Because back then it was easy to just settle. Let's get this shit over. I got things to do, money to make, places to be. But
Yes, and the perception too, because it could be he could be innocent with anybody, but just with the way that it could be phrased, the way that it could be dressed up, like damn, I can't believe why would you even put yourself in that situation? Maybe it is true. So they avoid that by just paying it out front. Like, look, I don't even want this story going through the timeline, especially now in social media. Back then it was bad, but now it's like everybody has a social media page.
you know,
Everybody's major
so it's
online.
been the game. It's been the game for a while. Settle out, settle out, settle out. Especially if both parties can come to an agreement. But now it's like, even on the other side of things, it's like, nah, I can make a big thing out of it and get a big payday.
Hmm.
Not that I hate to bring Buddy up again, but Mr. Sharp, Mr. Shay Shay.
Yeah.
Think about that. Shorty could have got 10 right there.
Yep.
Guilty or not, here's 10. What's up? Nah, I want 50. All right.
Basically, yeah. Those lawyers like, yeah, now let's go for the 50 piece, and then maybe we'll get 15 or 20. That's all a part of the plan, but not to say innocent guilty. Just the way that those bogus numbers are out there. That's
And
what it
then
is. But
with the way social media works and how fame is a drug, it's like, yeah, I could settle and this be quiet, but maybe I don't want it to be quiet. Maybe I could get popping off this, start a podcast, make an album, do
yep.
something. It's just it's an evil world we in now where fame is the drug, fame is the currency kind of.
And then not only that, let's say these allegations are false with the Fat Joe. He got a Walmart deal. He been in some Walmart commercials, so now that's in jeopardy, possibly.
Right,
Now
because
the
those
yeah,
type of companies don't want nothing to do with nothing. You know,
the podcast with Jadakiss, sponsored by Boost Mobile. It's in the background. Look at the top left
no, they're gonna
corner.
put a sheet over it like Chad just
Yeah, yeah,
security.
yeah. Just a
Like,
random.
nigga, I know what that saying is. I
Yeah.
remember seeing it last week.
Yeah, we just seen a clip a couple hours ago. What happened? Like, so now he's in jeopardy of losing multi-million deals,
Yeah,
potentially, allegedly.
and that's not funny. I'm laughing because yeah, we just a little quirky, but as
Hmm.
far as someone losing their livelihood, their money, how they feed their family, especially if they're not guilty.
Yeah. Now, if you're
That's
guilty, it is what it is. But
right.
just early on, the early stages of the allegations, it's like everything has to be paused. And even if it isn't true, you still might lose out just because of the negative attention you're bringing to these companies.
Yeah,
So,
don't get me wrong. If you in general and in life, I always say that if you did wrong, hey, you get what you deserve. That is what
Exactly.
it is. But for you to be coming in between someone's, how they feed their family, how they sustain that lifestyle, you come just for a payday. I think that's the lowest, most slimy shit you can do.
Yeah. Nah, it's just crazy with all these allegations. Now you got to throw
Man,
Tyler Perry in the mix. $260 million lawsuit with some alleged stuff with I guess somebody that was acting on his production company and
dude, this is shit I be talking about. 260, bro.
like what is
Come
that,
on.
bro? Like come on now.
That's a lot of pain and suffering, boy. Boy. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, like come on, like cause the first the first lawsuits, all right, 10, 20 million, all right, whatever, you probably get 10, but 260, like
oh
oh
shit.
like so it's like man, so he's a billion plus in the game. You know what? Let's go for the 260. Maybe we'll get 30 or 40 million just so this
I feel
whole
like
thing.
I feel like people get sued based on their net worth.
Of course.
Because if they, I ain't put no. If they sued the everyday man, if they sued the mailman, I don't think we be suing for 200. Are you kidding
Oh
me?
no, they pressing criminal charges. If Tyler Perry worked at Home Depot, this is a criminal investigation. This isn't a civil lawsuit. They're gonna go the criminal route as opposed to the civil route, and that's for the people that's doing these false
In the
allegations.
criminal justice system, these are some are especially heinous. These are the
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah, yeah,
going
yeah, yeah, yeah.
down.
Yeah, this goes
Special
criminal.
Victims Unit, nigga, SVU.
Yep, that's exactly what it is, bro. So your net worth determines what the allegations and which way they're gonna play it in the court system, bro.
Let
So,
him would have worked at Chipotle.
oh yeah,
Boom,
yeah,
boom, doom, doom, doom,
oh yeah, yeah.
doom,
This is
doom.
investigated. Let this have been the fat Joe from the early '90s.
Oh,
This is criminal. They're gonna go the criminal route. Still could be innocent, but let's go that route because his net worth is 100,000 at the time allegedly. So with Tyler Perry, all right, you worth a billion plus. You got all these studios. All right, let's go for the 260. And he still got to have his day in civil court, but I don't like it, bro.
let me
I
tell
don't
you
like
this.
this
Let
shit.
me tell you a secret.
What's up?
I don't know what. I don't know what. Fat Joe worth. I'm just gonna take a quick estimate, maybe 30 million, whatever.
Yeah.
Even back in the day, the Joey Crack with the net worth of 100 million, I think he was still worth a few million. They called him Joey Crack. I'm just
Oh yeah,
saying,
yeah,
boy.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
Hey, if
yeah.
they would have looked a little further, they would
Oh
have.
yeah, yeah. All
Like,
paper.
bro,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
how you got that? That one little thing right there is 100,000. You only worth 100. Hold on, man. Hold
Oh yeah,
on,
yeah.
man.
Making plays. You
Yeah,
know how you gotta do. You gotta make ends meet somehow, especially in the golden era
I'm
of
glad he
players, right?
changed his name though, for real. Though. He only was gonna go far so far.
Yeah, he kept it as
Like
a nickname.
it's like what's the name? C Murder. No
Yeah.
disrespect. Like God.
You're only gonna get away with it if you're Machine Gun Kelly, dog. You can get
And
away with it.
even then you gotta change system. Hey, I'm the waist love and
Yeah,
paint your
yeah, yeah,
nails and do like
yeah,
all
yeah,
right, yeah, he's not gonna hurt. He means killing them with the music.
yeah, yeah. There's levels to how you gotta play it, but yeah, it's good that he kind of pivoted. He's kind of like in his Snoop Dogg era, like everybody loves Fat Joe. So now he's kind of pivoting and going that route.
Even
But
he's
yeah,
now he's like the old grandpa, not like saying because he old, but what I can compare it to, he's like that grandpa or that uncle with all the good stories.
yeah,
Like he chill and shit now, but he got all the stories. Man, Unc was an OG, you know what I mean? Them type
yeah.
of stories.
So yeah,
So
nah,
like, you,
he came a long way.
you know who else got some stories? I know I'm going off topic,
Now
but
you good?
Freaky Zeke,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Classic.
yo, I spun him around in a full Nelson, and they were shooting, so I used him as a shield. Nigga, what?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
what
That's
movie is that?
Go ahead, just go ahead, write that up and send it to a director, man. Try to get
Bro,
that on
really,
film.
bro, really need to be like Spike Lee of Harlem. Right? I think they from Harlem.
Tell you.
Spike Lee of Harlem, bro. Like, yeah, bro. I
Spike Lee
spun him up.
films.
So they shoot, we shit. Like, what?
Yeah, if you were in that day and age, that era, that late '80s, early '90s, You probably got those stories. They're gonna spice it up a little bit for the internet. But I'm not saying that it happened or didn't happen, but it was
You
over exaggerated,
put a
in my
little
opinion.
extra. You put a little extra A1. Listen, you put a little extra A1 on it, bro, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, of course. You gotta finesse it for the internet. You hyped up right now, getting to the money. Oh yeah, let me tell these
Put a
these
little hot
random
sauce.
stories.
Put a
Yeah.
little hot sauce on it. A little spice. A little seasoning.
hmm So yeah, nah, man. Just again, man, terrible allegations, and we'll see what happens moving forward with all those individuals and their
I feel
civil
like
cases.